Rangers Journal Line. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rangers Journal's post-match on tonight's game against Kilmarnock, which I think we can all agree was a bit of a rollercoaster game, ending 4-2 to Barry Ferguson's new Rangers, or maybe not so new, as you may have thought when things kicked off. Joining me to start with, I've got Scott from that. We'll be having Stephen join us in a little bit, but for now, thanks for joining me, Scott. How are you doing?
I'm not bad, Doug, not bad. I actually quite enjoyed that. I know maybe first 20-25 minutes wasn't great, but I just enjoyed the game of football, as in, I don't think there was any pressure on us, and I thought we 2-0 down, I thought we might have been dead and buried, but it just shows you there is fight in that team at times. I didn't expect it, but there is still fighting in some of them, so listen, it's good to get a result, and it's good to see Rangers playing, especially when before we go on, when you're losing 2-0 to 1-4-2, it's always better than just a straightforward game, isn't it?
Absolutely. Gets the emotions going. Just before we get into the game, I'd like to say thank you to our new sponsors here on the channel. Off to the Match I Go. Create bespoke, made-to-order gifts for loved ones, family, or other scenarios. So if you're looking for something like that, look no further. With a free 15-minute consultation, whether that be on the phone or at their office, they can work out a perfect gift for you, sporting related, and anything that you could potentially come up with, they can help you with in terms of gifts. So as they are sponsoring the channel for the moment, you can visit their website via the QR code that's on the bottom of the screen, and you'll see along the scroll as well, you can get 10% off by typing in Journal 10 at the website when you're checking out. So thank you very much to the guys at Off to the Match I Go. Okay, so we'll start off with the lineup, Scott. I think a lot of people were very surprised when the lineup came out, and it was the exact same as the previous matches, given how that game had gone. What were your thoughts when you saw the team?
To be honest with you, I didn't expect much difference. I didn't expect a lot of changes for the fact that he's only been there 24 hours, one coach at one training session. We have got still just some injuries, especially defensively, and I think he just probably went with the same side and told these guys after Saturday's shocking performance, go and show something, see what he's getting off of me. And so I didn't expect a lot, to be honest with you, Doug. Like I said, I think there's a lot of slim picking, especially centre back way. So I think he's just giving that guys a chance to prove himself to something himself, but to prove him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was very similar to you. I wasn't expecting huge changes personnel-wise. Maybe more tweaks sort of just on the pitch positionally or in terms of the way they played. But yeah, I think putting too many changes in was probably more dangerous than not. And given their little time. So jumping straight into the match, I mean, it started like if a lot of the Kilmarnock matches, to be honest. First 5 minutes or so, we looked okay. Eggman had a nice little scissor kick attempt in the first couple of minutes. It led to a good save. But things very quickly started breaking down, and all the old frailties crept in. And then a 2 or 3 minute spell. Just after the first 10 minutes, Killie went 1 and then 2-0 up. A right goal from a corner, swung in. It looks like Propper's his marker, and Propper starts to go backwards to go to him, but trips over someone else's legs, and then that leaves right just completely free to head the ball in. And then the second that comes straight after from Lions, Killie just nicked the ball in the midfield, take it through one pass, and then all credit to him, he hits a really good shot to finish it off. And before you know it, within 15 minutes, we're 2-0 down.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've lost the goal they scored from the corner kick. It's not the first time we've seen this, has it? They put the opposition play a ball between the keeper and the 6-yard line, and we've not got anybody defending it. We can't head it away, but the keeper doesn't come, and yeah, Proper does. He doesn't get fouled. He just runs, he trips over the boy's leg. But to me, I don't know if we're man marking, if we're zone marking. It also should be somebody behind Proper, because the boy standing himself, he heads it into an empty net, and then the second goal, Raskin and Ciala, it was like neither of them wanted it. Then Ciala gives it to Raskin, he's closely marked, so he's like, I'll give you it back. and he gives it back, but the boy's not expecting it. It goes by him, and don't get me wrong, Brad Lyons scores a great goal. I mean, he took it really well. You can see it swinging out back in, and the keeper's got no chance. But it's two poor goals. I mean, Kilmarnock never really broke us up for any goals. One was a set piece, which we've been poorly all season with defending corners. Another one was us giving the ball away in a dangerous area.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I think the most frustrating thing is that they're just so simple, easy goals that could have been preventable. The first one, fair enough, like say, proper trips up. I can maybe give a little bit of leeway for that one, but the second one, just a bit really shocking goal to lose for the team. Whenever whenever I know I'm due to be doing a post match, I'm always making notes throughout the matches. So I've obviously got things to note down. And basically from their second goal all the way up to half an hour, all I've got written down is just all Killie. They were absolutely all top of us. They obviously sense blood. They're 2-0 up. They're confident. They're winning all the second balls. They're winning first balls. They're passing the ball through us and they're making chances. It was just a really horrendous sort of 15 minutes. And as I say, by that point, I was really fearing for the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they got a third, it would have been game over then, because I think they targeted Proper's physicality because he's not great and he's not the quickest, and Ciala was caught in headlights, wasn't he? He didn't know what to do. I said to you before, he lets the ball bounce, and as soon as that happens in the Scottish game, somebody's on top of you and you're struggling straight away, and they sense that Kilmarnock, so they're just quite physical, quite direct. Full in, hitting the ball in between the centre backs and the full backs, or hitting into the corners, and we were struggling badly because Raskin's trying to cover a big area, which he can't do himself, but he was struggling. I think Diamandi was trying to play further up, but he was trying to come back. Cherny was giving the ball away loosely when he had it. Hadji was giving the ball away loosely when he had it. I don't think there was anybody in the side in the first half hour I was actually passing each other. I think every time we had the ball, we were giving it away very cheaply, but we're giving it away in really dangerous areas. And only maybe took Kilmarnock one or two touches and they were near the edge of the box, in the box, and more composed finishing, especially by the boy of Marley Watkins. They might have scored a third one, like I said. So
yep.
we lived very dangerously for the first, after the second goal, we lived very dangerously for the next 15 minutes. And I think that's why the substitution came that quick.
Absolutely. So as you say, on the 30th minute, or just before the 30th minute, Barry decided to take early action. He takes Ciala off and puts Yilmaz on, shifting Yilmaz to right back, and then moves Tavernier into centre back, where he's obviously featured. I think that's now the third time or so he's featured at centre back now, as most people remember the performance against Man United, and we will go on to talk about him in that position in the game. And that did, I think, after a wee bit, did manage to shore up the team a little. We did start to seem to gain a little bit of confidence. Tavernier was orchestrating things from the back and sort of, I think, adding a little bit more control into the back four, helping Proper as well. And after that, we did start to make chances again. Dessers had a decent chance that he should have scored. He's literally sort of right in front of goal. Good defending from the Killie player, but it's a one he should put in. Actually gets the rebound, but is unable to do anything with it. And then, excuse me, then on 34 minutes, we do get a goal back with Cherny. So it's a good goal. Diomandi gets the ball in midfield. Perfect slide rule pass to the on-running Cherny. And it's a goal that I think he scored 4 or 5 times this season. He gets the ball, he's off running, and he slides into the corner and sort of started to feel a wee bit better and thinking, okay, right, goal back, let's get back into this.
I mean, like you said, Dessers could have probably scored when Agaman lays it back to him, but he slaps, but he puts it straight to, I think straight trying to defend. He doesn't like a corner, and it's just composure with Sorrow at times. And then the goal we scored, Agaman gets injured. The referees pulled it back for a free kick. But to be fair to me, we played on, and it was a great pass for Diamandi. I mean, I'm critical of Diamandi at times because I think we need to see more from him. But it's a great ball through. And how many times have we seen him trying to do that? Listen, Cherny's one of these guys, he came in and out of a game. I mean, I wasn't saying he was great tonight, but when we go forward, he's probably our biggest threat at times, and he took the goal really well. I think a couple of the other times tonight, he was at the edge of the box, he was holding on to the ball too long or looking for other options. So I just been direct. But that goal, when he goes through like that, 9 out of 10 times, you know he's going to finish. And it was a really good finish.
Absolutely. We went on to continue to take some more chances. Dessers forced a good save, although the offside flag went up just after. And then around about 40 minutes, we saw the other side of Cherney that I think we sometimes see where we get another really good break. Cherney's on the ball, he's bearing down on goal, but then I think he just doesn't make a pass quick enough. And then the defender makes a really excellent defending tackle. But he needed to either be getting a shout from someone that player was coming, or as I say, he had Desros Nigama on either side of him to make the pass to, but he just doesn't quite release it early enough. And I think he can be guilty of that sometimes.
I don't know if it's because it's similar to when he released before, didn't he? He put it in the Dessers and he missed it. Maybe he's thinking, did he want to go the other side? But he just didn't expect the boy Lions to run in full pelt and tackle him. It was a good challenge, to be fair. If he missed time, that he could have been off. But no, you have to say, I mean, even like I said, he can be inconsistent at times, Cherney. You'd rather he was on the park and off it, because he does do things and he gives you the moments. I know we've got a lot of moments, boys, but he gives you the moments. And Dessers we can all be critical of, but he never had tonight. Sometimes he does, but not tonight. I thought tonight, even though he's missing, he was still looking for another one. And that's all we want to see for Dessers, because it's when his head goes down and he starts high. But I thought tonight he wasn't doing that.
And so that was the last sort of talking point of the game, just before 45th minute. Was a penalty claim from Hadji. Did you think there was anything in that?
No, I thought it was embarrassing, to be fair. I thought it went down far too easy and rolling about, and I must have rolled it 3 or 4 times. Listen, you don't do that. I mean, some of the pros are tempting to get up. After that, we still had the ball. I think you would be expecting us to kick it out. We never, and a couple of the pros are shouting to him, get up, and just got him. I mean, he's lucky he didn't get booked, to be fair, because that would happen down the other end. I'd be screaming saying, you should be getting booked for that, because I don't even think it was a challenge. I just think he was expecting a challenge, but nothing came, and he just
Yeah, no, I think it's the same. I think he was expecting more than actually came along, and he just sort of pirouettes himself around and hits the deck. But okay, so after that, so we then went to half time. So we're sitting there at that point, it's 2-1. Did you expect the team to have any changes coming out, or what were you expecting from them when you were sitting there at half time?
No, I didn't expect any more change. I thought the 50 minutes up to half time, I thought we were starting to get this in. We looked quite decent. We were getting chances. We were creating chances. We pulled one back, and I thought the change with Nsala going off and bringing Tav on, I thought that actually changed the game in a way. We were more composed, more relaxed, and we were starting to play a lot better. And you can see that, because when putting a long ball to Tav, it means at full back he looks suspect, but at centre back, when the long ball comes, I don't know about you, but his awareness is a lot better and he looks more controlled. He brings the ball down, or he headed it, or he'll just stay the sample pass, because he's not expecting to go forward. Whereas at full back, I think his first thought is, I need to get up the line here. But at centre back, I thought he was a lot more composed. And like I said to you, Doug, before we come on, I think in the second half he won most of his headers in that box. I think he won more headers in the second half than Propper's won all season, to be fair.
So going into that second half, then we kind of came out the same, but it did feel like there was an immediate sort of difference. We were much more into the game. The team improved significantly, and obviously as the game goes on, I think we take total control of the match. Killie really had very little going on by the end of the game. Obviously we managed to get a quick goal just around about 56 minutes. Dessers scoring, and lo and behold, we scored from a corner as well. So that's another positive uptake as well.
And it was a goal similar to what we conceded.
Yeah,
in the 6-yard box, nobody marking him, and he just gets his head on target. It goes through the goalie's legs, but as long as you get it in target, you've always got a chance of scoring. And he does well, being in there. Kilmarnock were poor defensively, but like I said, that's usually up the other end. We concede these goals, so it's good to get a goal for a corner.
Yep. And obviously that got us then. I think the pet between our teeth. We got the the equalising goal. The crowd's up. You've got Barry going mental at the sidelines. And another sort of less than 10 minutes later, the man cometh a man a second time to score. Dessers, a lovely Yilmaz, sort of a very Tavernier-esque kind of pass from Yilmaz. I'm conflating them together now. From that sort of right side, and say long ball, Dessers runs through, and then a really, really nice finish to knock it in. And by that point, I think we're really, really, as I say, have total control of the game, and we've gone from being an absolute disaster to I'll not go as far as to say masterpiece, but it was certainly by this point an improvement.
Second half we were far better. I thought we controlled the match, and listen, the goal he scores there, it's just instinct. That's what Dessers does. Seems to be when he has time to think about it. Listen, we all know he's missed sitters when he has a lot more time, but so he's not. You've seen the goal against United at Old Trafford. You've seen that goal tonight. The long ball at top. It's like he knows where to be, what position to be in, and he just hits it. That was a great finish. Do you know what I mean? And it's just banging. It's in. And that's maybe more we should do that. We should mix our play up at times. It doesn't always have to be the perfect goal or pass. Sometimes just go direct, because that's what Dessers can offer you.
Absolutely. When he's on, he's on, and he's very good. So we just try and get him on a little bit more consistently. But I do think, I've said it quite a lot as well. I do think our strikers in general, and Dessers as the main proponent in this, get a slightly harder time because we get so few goals from elsewhere in the park, and so therefore the shots they take and the goals they score matter so much more. Obviously, we touched on Cherney. He's contributing. We had Seema the previous year contributing. If we could just get a year when we had both, then it would take a little bit of pressure off. And that can only be good for the player as well, if he's got that little bit of pressure off him as well. Because Dessers, too, is, like you say, to his point, I think most of the time Dessers is, he has his moments where he's maybe hidden, but I think most of the time he's always there, he's always trying. And when you say he's always there, that's literal as well, because he's always available. He's very rarely injured, and that's another blessing for Rangers players as well. So at this point, as I say, we're now ahead, and going into the last sort of half an hour. We're totally on top. We do have Proper has a little brain fart moment around about 70 minutes where he kind of just totally loses the ball, but to his credit, immediately engages the dark arts and just totally trips the lad out for the yellow card. Butler makes a good save from a shot to his low right shortly after. Eggleman has another good attack, and then we make some more substitutes. Hadji goes off, Lawrence comes on, and Barami comes on for, I've forgotten, Barami comes on for someone. Eggleman, all right, and he has obviously then the final say in the match to get us a goal with some really nice build-up play, a couple of interchangeable passes in the midfield. And then I really have to highlight a really great Dessers touch in the middle of it. He just flicks the ball on before the pass up to Barami, who then puts it away to make it 4. A really nice goal, that one, I thought.
It was, and Dessers' touch was really good. And I think that's the thing with Dessers. See, when he's playing well or he's scored a few goals, his confidence is so much better. It rises. But I think he's very critical of himself. And I think when things do go wrong or he misses 2 chances, I think sometimes he tries too hard and he does make errors. He can't hold the ball up or he's getting frustrated. But tonight, after scoring the 2 goals, that was a great touch. It was another good ball for Diamandi, and when Barami's shown us what he can do. I know he's been very inconsistent since he's come in, but he showed us that a good run and a good finish, and he seemed to enjoy it as well, because I think he's been enjoying himself under the previous manager, and I think it's good to see him back in the team sheet. And it's good we're using all the guys, because you're going to have to use all the guys. Like I said earlier, we've got injuries, we've not got many personnel special at centre back, so he's going to have to chop and change at times. And my cousin come on as well and done a wee bit when he come on. He was putting himself about, and that's all you want for Rangers team. I wasn't expecting Doug fluent football. I wasn't expecting big changes tactically, But what I was expecting for the side under Ferguson and the rest was a bit more fight and a wee bit higher tempo in football. And I think in the second half they got that. We just have to do it like you said, maybe more consistently over 90 minutes. But no really any team does it for 90 minutes. No matter who it is, you always get a wee lull in the game. But I think the second half shows you what this team can offer. And listen, it's a great result for them. It's a great result for Ferguson, especially coming for 2-0 down, because if this had happened a couple of weeks ago, I don't think they came back for 2-0 down.
No, I totally agree. I think they probably would have just toiled for most of the game if we were still with Clermont. Okay, so sort of if we look thinking about the match in general, we've obviously touched on Tavernier a couple of times. He's played centre back tonight. I think all in he's had a really good performance. He was really solid. We touched on the fact that it looks like if it's I don't know whether it's just more visual because he's in the centre of the pitch, or if it is something he's doing more, but you can see him directing those around him a lot more when he's in that centre position. We saw that against Man United as well, where he also played really well. A couple of people have said it in the chat. Could this be, for you, a new position for Tavernier that maybe sees him stay for the final year of his contract? Not necessarily as a starting player, but perhaps maybe in the Balogun position, where you've got a player who we can rely on to be fit from start to the end of the season, and to contribute.
Obviously, that will come down to a new manager when he comes in, what players he wants, what finance we're getting, and what players he's wanting to let go. I think there has to be big changes in the summer, squad-wise. But I think to have it centre back, his age is coming against him. It comes against everybody. It's coming against me and you. It comes against everybody. But as a footballer, I think once your legs start to go, especially if you're an attacking full-back or a winger, you can't put up the same performance week in, week out. It must frustrate you. So I think moving into centre, he is a good footballer, Tav, and I think he's been labelled not a great defender, but he's shown twice at centre back, 3 times centre back. He can defend. His awareness is really good. He's winning the ball in the air. He's really good defensively, header wise. He puts a couple of blocks in. He runs with players. He knows he's no dead physical, but he runs with them. At times he runs and he nicks the ball away, but he can spray the ball out for the back and get the team moving. And he was talking a lot to Popper through this game tonight. And listen, you don't know if it could be future. Could you've seen other players move positions later on in their careers just to give them more games, more minutes, because they know they're not going to play week in, week out. But if they can add something, you just never know. But I do think his time as an attacking fullback is over. But centre back, he's impressed, like I said, and he knows his Scottish game. He's been here long enough, and I think he's used to the hustle and bustle of some of the strikers. He knows how to play against some of the strikers, and like I said, it wouldn't bother me if he stayed there and became maybe, like you said, coming off at the bench and at times or coming in games, maybe certain games to use him, because I do think going forward, full-back wise, you can't count on him next season.
Yeah, no, you say he's been around for a while now. They touched on at the beginning of the game as well. If he plays against Motherwell, that'll be his 500th match for the club as well. So, as I say, fantastic servant, if nothing else. Particularly, as I say, beating the curse. He's been available for the vast majority of the games and around that as well. So, this was obviously Barry Ferguson's first game. It's only 90 minutes, so there's it's early days yet. But if you were to pick out one key thing that you thought was different today, or that showed potential for the Barry sort of mini era, what would you say that was?
I think just he's trying to get a tempo back up, wasn't he? He's seen inside the park. He was wanting to get it forward, but I don't just mean wanting on getting it forward, using the brains, using runners, and I think they maybe played, especially at 2-0 down, they maybe come back and done really well. But some of the passing was really good, and we didn't do as much passing side to side or backwards because he wanted the ball to move forward, but not just for the sake of lump it. He was wanting the ball to move forward, and I think you can see slight differences. We're trying to play slightly different. I know it's the same type of team guys here, but we're trying to get a ball back to front a bit quicker. But I don't mean, I know Clermont tried that, but sometimes he was just hitting it long. But I think you can see the difference. I thought Hadji was inside a lot more, and so was Cherney. And we were trying to play, I think what he likes to play is the two centre backs and two midfielders, a kind of in a box, doesn't he? Sitting in there, so the full backs can go up and down, but obviously it didn't work because NCR was getting quite a lot. But I thought the second half it worked. I thought the first half, Diamandi and Raskin weren't great. I thought the second half both went into a game, and I thought Deal was getting forward more, and he had 2 assists tonight, which is really good. But I thought he wanted to get forward more. I thought Raskin picked up in the second half. He was winning a lot more of the balls. He was just laying it off to guys that can pass. First half, I thought both of them were poor. But once other players come back, the fact you've got Conor Barron coming back into the side, he can change it about. So I think he can see what he wants to do. And I think the players know what he wants to do. It's just getting used to playing that way. Because under Clermont, I would say probably we're more a team that like to hit in the transition, team hitting the break. But I think Barry Ferguson wants to kind of play in the front of foot more.
Absolutely. I picked out one of his quotes from one of his pre-videos where he talks about wanting to be attacking. He wants to be aggressive, and he explained aggressive to me not like going in on tackles or over balls like that, but by being aggressive in the press, and obviously going into every game looking to win. So I think that's bang on. For me, I think it was just really good to see the fight from the team and the way they did change. Although it does fit the kind of under Clermont thing to be poor first half, better second. I thought not only were we better second, but we did look like we had that little bit of aggressiveness, which I think for me was a little bit of a step up, and to go and then score the goals as well. So like Ivor's channel commented there, to win by 2 goals is not necessarily something I think we might have done under Clermont. We'd maybe got back to the draw or maybe snuck a victory, but or indeed, as often happened against them, we would lose. So I think that's encouraging, and hopefully that continues for me. So to wrap it up, do you want to give us a man of the match?
Has to be Dessers, doesn't it? I thought I was being critical in the first half, especially when he missed the one back for Higaman and he slipped and I thought he has to score that. But like I said, I've been critical in the past, Dessers, but he never had tonight. He kept going, he kept wanting the ball, he kept taking his chances, and he scores a header. But his second goal's fantastic again. And then after that, he was running, he was putting the defenders under pressure, he was putting himself about, which you don't see him doing a lot, but he was putting himself about, and he has to be man of the match for me. I thought it was really, really good. I thought Tav was really good as well, but I give it to Dessers because he scores 2 goals.
Good stuff there. I agree with that. I think Dessers, obviously, with the goals, is always a game changer in that regard. I was going to say, for the interests of variety, I'd give Tav a shout out as well. I think the two of them definitely.
I think the substitution changed it for us. I think bringing Tav centre back, I think that was a big change for us, and I think that actually helped us get back into the game.
Yeah, definitely would agree. Like I was saying earlier, I thought we immediately felt calmer at the back the moment that change happened. So hopefully that's a good sign then that Barry is going to be a good in-game manager. That was something I thought that Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was especially good at in-game management. So if Barry can do that and obviously spot problems, make decisive changes that then go and affect the match, then he will be successful. So long may that continue. So it just leaves me to say then, thank you everyone for tuning in to our post-match tonight. Obviously, Barry Ferguson area gets off to a great start by the end of it with a 4-2 victory. If you've liked what you've seen tonight, then do subscribe and like to the channel. If you hit the bell icon, you'll get notified of all our upcoming content. We'll have pre and post-match stuff for the Motherwell game coming up, and we've got a couple of special things coming for the European game as well. Just leaves me to say thanks very much to Scott for joining me. Thanks, Scott.
No bother, Doug. It's a pleasure.
And thank you to everybody, as I say, in the channel for watching and leaving your comments. We'll speak to you soon again. Just remember that every night is a Rangers Journal night. Good night.